Hi, I wish you a good day. If you watched the cool unreachable how to access places in Half-Life 2 video to the end, you may know about the ultra scary place in the Nova Prospects laundromat. In this video, we will go on a deep dive into this bizarre place. Before we start, thanks for 100 subs. Most of these come from the how to get a red panda from Arsenal tutorial video. Still, some of the last ones come from my last two videos. If you didn't subscribe in the last 4,543 E9 years, I'm thankful for you. Now, let's go back to the video. So, now, what is this place? It's a part of the laundromat from the map D2_prison_05 that's blocked off with railings, connected by these two direct hallways. The hallways lead in this main room of today's topic. From here, you can go into 3 rooms, the first one being the dark room that has a poison zombie inside, which gets triggered when you enter the room. Ja pierdolę, się serio wystraszyłem. The other being the high voltage room. There's a supply crate, a crossbow, SMG nades, and a health charger. Of course, there are some electrical pods that give out the sound of electrical buzz. And the third room, which is the most bizarre, is this little place. You can actually enter this place by these two vents. All you need to do is just align yourself to the vent and launch something underneath you, either that being a prop or an explosive that you can use it to get up. Voila! You're in the funny place. Other than these wires, there's nothing here. Not even a player grip or other way to block you off from this room. Now, when you know about this bizarre place, let's get into its details. First of all, at both hallways, you can find these signs. Caution, this equipment starts and stops automatically. Which I guess are talking about the washing machines. But why would these signs be over here and not like here? Also, I would like to note that since these hallways are so tight, the end clients cannot enter them. Anyways, the bizarreness gets even bigger when we enter the room itself. The main part is filled to the brim with carts. Now, why would there be so many carts over here? Even though the place is blocked off, you'll need to throw these carts over the railings to bring them to the washing machines. And I won't even mention how hard it would be to even rotate these carts into these tight hallways without a gravity gun. You know, something not everyone owns. Another thing about this place is the complete silence. If you disable the AI, kill all of the clients and the combined soldiers, there will be complete silence in here. No ambient sounds, no weird screeching of bugs, complete silence. At the ceiling, you can see, I guess, a sprinkler system. Now, I'm not sure of what are the chances for a cart full of clothes to be struck by a spark from the high voltage room. I don't see that happening in the next billion years. Going to the dark room, we first see a shit ton of blood. Now, I'm not sure how does a human still work after being controlled by a head crab. But this amount of blood loss should render the host of the poison zombie unusable. An average adult has from 4 liters to 6 liters of blood in them. And I'm pretty sure this is more than 4 or 6 liters of blood on the ground. Unless it's not his blood, then I don't know. Let's move to the high voltage room. If not counting the poison zombie, this room is the only part of the scary/family place that has any sound. An electrical buzz. Woohoo! It also has a lambda symbol under a lamp, which counts to the lambda locator achievement. And lots of supplies. Those being 2 supply crates, 2 SMG nades, a crossbow, and a health charger. It's like if the guy living here was a prepper from Far Cry 5, until he turned into poison zombie. And look, it's him! The sign! Danger! High voltage! Wow! Amazer times 2! From this entire place, this room looks like the most finished one. It's like a Valve improvised with all of the other rooms, but finished this one only. Crazy. Now let's move to the main attraction of this area. The scary/funny place. Like I said, it is possible to get up here without cheats. Probably the most efficient way of climbing up has got to be placing a prop under the vent. and throwing a grenade or hitting the prop with the gravity gun. Like I said, this place surprisingly has no player clips, no node draws, or invisible walls, which is weird, since Valve does tend to do lots of those quite everywhere. In here there isn't much to do. You can stare at the sprinklers, or the pipe, or the wires, or at the room itself with the chain link fence. If you consider the trip finished, you can always just leave by walking into the 2 vents. Damn, did we learn anything from this detailed dive? No. This place lacks any logic. Even skinwalkers would build a more human laundry room. Hell, even the monkeys on typewriters from the Infinite Monkey Theory would accidentally give you out an actually working plan of a prison laundry room made out of symbols before they ever finished the works of William Shakespeare.
Oh, you idiot! What if real life laundries have the same shit?
Well, I checked. I watched a video of an US ex-inmate talk about how laundry is done in prisons. And what do you know? Every 4 days you go down to some clothing exchange that probably is the laundry room, where you give your jumpsuit to a guard, and the guard gives you a new and fresh jumpsuit back. That's how at least it is done in some county jail the guy was talking about. Well, the problem is that's how the prisoners get the fresh clothing, and not how the clothing gets processed. The Half-Life fandom wiki says that Nova Prospect is based off the infamous Alcatraz prison, and well, I mean they're stupid since I couldn't find any info how laundry was done in Alcatraz. I could book a tour of the prison, but just for that I would have to fly for 21 hours with like 5 plane changes, and that alone would cost me the same amount of money as a cheap car for sale would cost. And I won't even mention how my health and well-being would have looked like after all of that. Going back to the topic of laundry, Alcatraz was a supermax security prison, and again I couldn't find any info on how laundry is done in supermax prisons. Then I said fuck it, and searched up images of prison laundries, and what do you know? It's a room with washing machines. Wow! Who would have thought? Also yes, the last image is of a laundromat from New York. Yeah, well I heard people say that the New York City is a prison, so I guess it counts. I also tried finding blueprints or plans of prison laundries, but I couldn't find anything. Again, one thing is for sure, prison laundries don't have extra rooms connected to them. They're most of the times just a simple medium-sized room with big washing machines inside, nothing more. Maybe there exists an explanation for the room in the map files. After 15 minutes of not realizing I didn't have Java installed on my PC, I finally launched BSP Source, the program for turning source maps into source maps that can be opened by the Heimer program. And there isn't really anything of interest. No scary entity that says something ultra scary, or even the poison zombie having some unnerving name. No, except this trending fence being a funk ladder, a not working funk ladder. Sad. Now, this is normally where the video would have ended, but there's one last thing I didn't check with this place. That being the 2003 leaked version of the game. I'm sorry, quick history lesson. Originally, Half-Life 2 was meant to come out in 2003, but sometime before it happened, some German dude hacked into Valve, leaking the entirety of Half-Life 2 before it was ready to be shipped out. Gaben was like, oh wow, that guy would do good as an employee at our studio. So Gaben invited the dude to the Valve HQ, but the German dude was arrested by the FBI.
Counter-terrorists win.
At least, I think that's how it went. Anyways, since the game went over a story rewrite somewhere in 2002 or 3, which made it look like today's Half-Life 2, it would only make sense for the laundry room to be present in the leaked version of the game. Now, I had a choice to make. Either watch a playthrough of the leaked version, see the laundry room, or find the 2003 Nova Prospect map for Garry's Mod.
But where's the fun in any of those?
I decided to download the leaked version of the game by a Russian. Wow, holy shit! After 5 hours of downloading 3.7 gigabytes of files with the greatest Russian internet speeds of 200 kilobytes per second on average, I got the files. After some installation, I decided to download the original leaked maps, which didn't work. Whenever I tried to boot up D2_prison_05, it wouldn't work. Some weird error appeared. I decided to download the fixed maps, which did work. Here's a fake recreation of my original reaction. God. Oh my god. This is so dark and gritty. Oh. Look.
15%.
Said-
Power 30%.
What the fuck? Oh no, what the fuck happened here? They must have been shooting with the fucking guy. Oh, was a bug bait. Why are there so many bug baits? Why would there be so many fucking bug baits? What the fuck? What the hell? Fuck you! Fuck you! Does this have like all the... Yes! These weapons are so good. Brick bait! Burn in hell, ya fuck! Oh my god! Gary! Oh my god! What the fuck? What the fuck is this? It makes sense now. It makes sense why there are like trenches over here and shit. What the fuck? Oh look, it's the way. Oh, what the fuck happened? The great block of blockness blocked me off. I have to somehow get in there and maybe traverse through there. Maybe that's how I can progress through the game. And the microphone. I guess they would like talk to the enemies in here. And 11. Oh my god, they move now! What the fuck? Holy shit! Holy fuck, it's open now. Now this is what the machine is. Stops and starts automatically. I was talking about these machines all along. I'm stuck. Oh my god, makes sense now for the two rail links. Oh my god, what the fuck happened here? Holy shit, it makes sense now. Oh my god, who the fuck was that? Oh, I'm gonna burn his ass. Oh my god, he ran away like a pussy he is. Oh my god, what the fuck? It's... Ooh, it's the police. The high voltage. Oh my god. And the fucking... Yeah, it sexed you. Oh, it doesn't seem like I can enter anymore. You can actually... Whenever you enter this card, you're stuck. You cannot get out. There's a health charger. It's fucking gigantic. Where the fuck am I? This wasn't in the retail. Oh my god, this is so dark and greedy. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Now we know. Holy fuck. And they're fixed. I cannot go through them. Oh my god, this is so long. Oh my god, look at this. It works like a ladder now. The funk ladder works. It functions like a ladder.
The only reason I needed to make a recreation is because while recording the original clip, my friend that I was in a voice chat with was talking about skibidi toilets. Anyways, yeah, things have changed. The tight hallways were for these weird card barrels. I'm not sure what exactly they are though. Also, the reason for these trenches to be in the laundromat is for the barrels to move. I originally didn't question these trenches since, well, there might as well be some kind of card passageway. There's no more silence in here. The darkroom containing the poison zombie is now gone, although the place that the darkroom was made in is the darkest part of this place. Both vents and this high voltage room have been moved. Speaking of high voltage room, it has a door now. Wow, amazing. All of the supplies are not here, besides the health charger, which is enormous. And the vents are not enterable. Oh, I almost forgot. The funk ladder fence now functions like a ladder. Wow. Well, things now make sense and have logic. Still, why didn't they just get rid of this wall? I'm questioning the architecture of Nova Prospekt once more. So maybe I'll just move on to the closing thoughts. If I have to be honest, this is the most brutal way a Half-Life 2 map was changed from after the leak. From something that made sense to something as schizo that didn't take his pills would have made. If Valve kept this part of Nova Prospekt as it is, it would have been fine. I mean, besides the orange block of blockness and the fact end players cannot traverse through it. But what if I tell you that this place almost semi-made it into the retail? Now, I originally had a pretty good theory about this place, how did it end up like this, but then I found about this 2003 E3 bug bait. They were released 2 months before the leak. Now, since Valve wanted to show off an entire chapter in a single video/map, they made a fucking Frankenstein of a map consisting of the first Nova Prospect map, the showers, the retail laundromat, and the secret cool area. Now, how the video goes is the guy summons Antlions, kills the bad soldiers, gets attacked by the halters, kills the halters, goes into the laundromat, kills all the soldiers, goes into the secret area, does the showers inside, well, that's kind of weird, kills a pair of soldiers and watches the other soldiers get killed by the Antlion god, and then at last the fucking god kills Golden Freeman himself. Damn. I originally wanted to save this an explanation for a short or some shit like that, but then I connected the dots in my head. The bad soldiers and the turret hallway aren't in the leaked version, which means these were ported into the retail version of the laundromat, and both the security booth and the cool place were taken from the leaked version, making the laundromat area a fucking Frankenstein of the pre-Antlion friendly era and the Antlion friendly era.
If you're cautious, you would have noticed I didn't mention the caution sign in the previous part. Why? Because it was not there, nor even it is present in the E3. But where is it present? In the retail version. I have two theories for that cursed sign. One, Valve wanted to still get this place somehow working with the bins, but ran out of time. Two, the signs were in the leaked version, but were missing the textures. Wouldn't they appear as missing textures though? I have no darn idea. Well, that was a video. It took me like 1.5 of a month, or maybe even more, because of my lack of motivation. But for now, let the dead Antlion god with 1,000 bug baits from the hallway be in our hearts, and the evolution of the funny place in our heads, because I just got a fucking headache from all of that. And you, I thank for watching.